Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jojo Almasora Sebastian, and welcome to MSTV. I would like to thank PIA and, of course, our Australia TV1. Like mentioned previously, we have featured interesting individuals here in MSTV, and today is no exception. We will be featuring an individual who has worked his way from his humble beginnings up to where he is now. He is currently the current board of Asia Pacific Association Advisory Council of the World Federation Direct Selling Association. He has 30 years of experience in executive and general management, specifically in the Asia Pacific region, specializing in new market development and international sales. He is also the Chief Executive Officer of Life Force Asia here in Asia Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for David Raphael.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Jojo, for that very warm welcome. It's really good to be here in this esteemed company here. I'm excited about the prospects that we have here.
Beautiful.
In Asia Pacific, working with Life Force.
All right, but before we continue, I would like to, of course, introduce a beautiful lady, an empowered lady, a lady who is a role model to the community, the one and the only gorgeous Miss Mary Rose Salubre. Hello, Mary Rose.
Hi, Jojo. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And thank you for joining us here. Now, let's go ahead and continue with the program. First and foremost, I wanted to, now that I know your background a little bit, but I wanted to get to know you more. Could you please give us a brief background about yourself and how you started in Australia or any business?
Well, that's a very interesting question, Jojo. As a very, very young man, academically in school, I wasn't the brightest kid on the block, but I majored in sports and music and in drama. And the last thing I ever expected to do in my life was to be working in corporate. I always saw myself as a sportsman or in a band. But when I first got my role working for a company in a corporate role, I put my head down, got the job done, and at a very, very young age, I was recognized for my ability to think outside the square. And I probably aligned a lot of that with my sporting achievements when I was growing up. So I ended up, working in corporate, and at a very, very young age, in my first company, I got accepted to become one of the directors of the company, and from that point on, my career took off. The good thing is that my original dream of sports and music still lingers with me today, and I align that passion with what I do today. So I love what I do. I love the job that I have, I love the people that I work with, and I'm here for the long run. Excellent.
So the passion is there, the drive is there, and you're using your drive and your passion through music and your arts before and sports.
Correct.
To your business. So as an entrepreneur, what motivates you?
Well, I'm a challengeaholic.
Yeah.
When people say it can't be done, I find a way to make it happen. I don't always succeed. I've always worked on the basis that, it's a people's business that I'm in. And, my concept in business is if the interests of a company or an organization don't extend simply beyond the role of making money, to me they're morally bankrupt. So it is people's business, and if you put people first, then obviously you're going to make money. So I always use that on the basis of attitude, challenge, faith, belief, and our company is built on integrity and honor, and they're all the attributes you need to succeed in business.
Beautiful. Very, very commendable attributes, my friend. So what would you say is the key elements in starting or running a business?
Well, the most important thing in starting a business, whether it's at a local level or whether you're looking at a foreign country, is do your due diligence. You have to work with the local people, test the market, work with the people, get the right advice, more so when you're looking at an Asian entry, which is what we're doing now. The cultures For example, in Australia, the East Coast is different to the West Coast.
Correct.
Same in America. The North Island to the South Island of New Zealand. Cultures are different. Now, when you transition that into the Asian markets, it's major difference.
Yeah.
And you've got to adjust that business cultural adjustment if you're going to make your business work.
So you actually wanted to ensure that the structure of the business is still, the integrity of it is still there, but you align it with the culture that you're trying to present.
Exactly.
Excellent.
That's very, very important here.
So can you tell me more about the business that you are in now?
Well, we're a 21-year young company. And I started with the company 20 years ago. And I worked with a lot of people that were classified as the founding pioneers. Our company promotes and markets health and nutritional products. I have to say, based on my experience in the industry for 30 odd years, I've never seen products like what we currently have. The whole food, the nutritional products, they're all the nutrients your body needs to feed on. But the main thing is that we have a flagship product, which is that wonderful product on the table called Body Balance. It's now in its 35th year, and it's liquid, and it's just an amazing product, backed up by great vision, a great efficient management system, and exceptional customer service. And there's also a business opportunity for people that want to take the business role on to probably get financial freedom and time freedom.
Exactly, but we will elaborate on that a little bit later. But at this time, I would like to find out, how did you grow this business here in Australia and in what it is now?
Well, it all started off with, before I joined 21 years ago, there was a group of people working here that were working with the United States. So when I was commissioned to open up the market over here, my role was really quite simple. Find premises, employ some corporate staff, work with bankers, work with the lawyers, get everything set up, get an ABN number, and it just took off. And today I'm still working with the very, very same people that were the pioneers that started the company a year before I joined.
Wow.
Which has made my job a lot easier.
So you got the longevity, and that actually plays a role. And of course, people new coming in the business, and you just integrate it and ensure that they're all well equipped to run
Correct,
that business. Excellent. So what is the best advice you have ever been given?
In a nutshell, never give up. And again, I align that very much with when I was growing up, whether I played individual sport or team sport. If you're a goal down or a set down in tennis, you fight. You pull yourself up and you fight. Now, in the 21 years that I've worked with this company, and even the companies I've worked before that, we've hit many, many speed bumps, many barriers, which we've knocked down. And I guess, my attitude always is that it's there for a reason. If you go into any organization or business with that vision that I'm going to succeed first, you won't succeed. You have to experience failure before you can succeed. And I've experienced that many, many times.
And that's a good actually metaphor in making sure that people understand that business has to start somewhere, and you have to work hard, persevere for you to get to where you want to be. Okay? So what type of advice would you give a newbie in the business, in any business? What advice would you give them?
Well, I guess the advice I'd give them was the advice that I was given many, many years ago, that, if you have a dream, I've acquired during my last 30 years information, strategies, philosophy, skills that can enable me to assist, not force, but assist someone to empower themselves to make those decisions that they really want to change in their lives. So if you dream big, go for it. And if it's attainable, look at your current reality, look at your vision, and then go for it. You might not always succeed in the first month or the second year, but that whole thing, never give up and continue to strive to get to where you want to go.
Beautiful. Now, we've mentioned life life force earlier and body balance. Yeah, and I am now going to introduce a beautiful lady who will be representing this beautiful product. Of course, I'd like to speak, hello, Miss Mary Rosa Lubre.
Hi, Jojo. How are you?
I'm well. I just want to find out, I've heard so much about this body balance, and how did you get involved in Life Force?
Getting into the body balance.
Yeah.
First up, actually one of my friends spoke to me. Marily Bomidiano, if you know her, she's always everywhere. She's in the community,
Yeah.
very active, and she introduced me to the body balance. And I think she could see the potential that I could be a good endorser for this product, which I actually tried the product, which is fantastic,
Yeah.
because I'm the type of person that is very cautious when it comes to body, to image and everything,
Yeah.
and I think this is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Friend.
So I know for a fact that you've tried the product, like you
Yes,
mentioned.
yes.
What has this product brought to you? I mean, what effect this product has on you as a woman, empowered woman, on your daily life?
Yeah. Well, I believe that the product has all the nutrition that we need. I mean, for me, if you base with the elephant, they live for more than 100 years, and that's what I'm basing with the vegetables, with the organic and aloe vera together. I mean, taking this product every morning, I do it every morning. Also my family, it's give me the boost. And sometimes you don't feel like eating because it gives you all the nutrition. And for me, I think that's what I need. And knowing that it's all the minerals in there, you could never go wrong. And especially at this moment of time, that's all we need, something that is substantial, that you think it's good for your system. So
That's great.
gives me all the energy.
Exactly, and I know how busy your schedules are. So, how do you fit body balance in your lifestyle?
Gives me the whole strength for the daily lives that I do, because that's what you mentioned.
Your
I'm
activities,
everywhere.
yeah.
With the kids,
Yeah.
dropping the kids to school, picking them up in between. I go to court. I do promote properties.
Yep.
And of course the beauty pageantry and a lot of things. And I think what we need is something that keeps us going. And what I see with this product, that you could never go wrong. I mean, it's not just the product itself. It's also going to give you the freedom, financial freedom, if people are looking at that way as well. And what I think, what's the best thing about this product is the mutual benefit, not just like giving you the whole energy and nutrition into your system, but
Yep.
you can also earn if you look at it that way.
So you're looking at potential. There's so much potential to help you
Yeah.
with your daily activities, which is your health
I mean, if I
and
get
your
involved-
energy.
If I get involved, I might as well kill two birds in one stone. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to kill the birds.
Hit the birds. Hit
Never,
the
because
birds,
I
yes.
love animals. But you might look at this way, the mutual benefit.
Yeah.
So getting the energy and making some money as well.
Thank you so much, Mary Rose. Ladies and gentlemen, like I mentioned earlier, we have introduced you to a man who has 30 years experience in marketing and general management and sales. He is an entrepreneur. He knows what he wants. He's a man of integrity. We also introduce you to a lady, a beauty queen, a lady out in the community. She's a role model, and she's using this product, Body Balance. And we'll get to know more about Life Force when we return.
Well, I just finished from my TV shoot, and with so many plans and projects ahead, what do you think that keeps me going? And how do you think I have my body fit all the time? Well, my secret is there's only one product, Body Balance. It has also the oldest vegetables on planet Earth, called aloe vera. That's one of my favorite. Not just that as well, it has over 120 minerals, and that's what keeps me going. I will recommend you should try it. So yummy, and this is what's keeping me going. Body Balance.
And we're back, and I am still with the debonair Sir David Raphael, CEO of Life Force here in Australia, Asia Pacific, right?
Correct.
And we have the beautiful endorser, the beauty queen, the woman of all women, Miss Mary Rosa Lugre. All right, so now, like I mentioned earlier, I would like to get to know the company more, like more in depth, because we want to make sure that we let our audience know of what it is. Yeah, your company that you're promoting today. So, can you tell us about the company?
Well, it's been an amazing journey. It all began with Wayne and Jerry Hillman, the co-founders of Life Force. Back in the late 60s, they were a young couple. They had young children. They came over from Canada. And Jerry acquired really bad health. She had massive headaches. But at that time, Wayne was actually working as a surgical technician in a hospital.
Yes.
And he became very interested in sea vegetables. Okay, and during this time, Jerry sustained an illness, had lots of headaches. This is a very, very healthy person.
Yeah.
And all the doctors really couldn't address the illness that she had.
Yeah.
And it concerned Wayne, it really, because she was a very active lady. She was
Yes.
actually a flight attendant.
She has, I think they have 3 kids as well.
3 children, young children. So Wayne remembered the benefits of what he studied earlier on as a surgical technician of sea vegetables. So he did some research, and together with a hospital that he went with, they managed to find this product that actually addressed Jerry's health problems. And with a matter of days, the headaches they got much better, and her health began to improve. But her whole demeanor was so changed that they really felt that they had something really powerful here.
So the keenness of the couple, which is Geraldine and Wayne, to actually assist the community and provide this product to them, that's where it started.
Yes, it did. And what they originally did, they decided to market that product through health practitioners. They can imagine knocking on doors with that product and saying, we've got something very special over here. And the amount of times that doors were slammed in their face. But they persevered, and something like 6,000 health practitioners endorsed that product.
Oh, wow. And when did the breakthrough happen for them?
Well, that's a really good question, Jojo, because they knew they had something. Well, Jerry really knew she had something, because she was the product of the product, and her illness had been addressed. So they went to a series of hospitals, and they finally went to this hospital, and they managed to meet this gentleman called Bill Sackerman. And Bill Sackerman, it was a gentleman that was, he did a lot of work with Linus Pauling. And so Bill Sackerman took a sample of that product, and a few days later he called Wayne and Jerry and he said, guys, you know what? I think you've got something there. And that was the start of the journey. That was 30 odd years ago. But it's very interesting because Bill Sackerman subsequently became an advisory on the board of Life Force International. So if you're looking for an endorsement of a product, you couldn't want anything better than that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's amazing.
You have the Dr. Sackerman, and then you also have Jerry, who actually used the product.
Correct.
And can testify or make a testimony of what the product has actually provided for them. Yeah.
Exactly.
So in hindsight, what else have they done to start this? And what year is it?
Oh, this was
I think
96.
Oh, wow.
96. Well, they knew they had something, but prior to that, as I say, they were marketing that through health practitioners. And because Bill Sackerman made the endorsement that you have a great product here, they thought, you know what, we need to make this available globally. And that's in 1996 when they decided to market the product globally.
And start the company.
And start the company. And they opened up Canada, they opened up Australia, New Zealand, and they went into this industry that we call direct selling and network marketing.
So how, Jerry, I know because she's the one who wanted to testify because she's the one who tried the product. So in that sense, when they started up to now, how is she doing?
Oh, she's doing wonderfully well. Jerry would have to be, I think, in her mid-70s. And she is an amazing keynote speaker. She speaks at events, at conferences, and she tells a story, which will never be dated, ever.
Yeah.
And people resonate with that, and there are so many lives that have been changed by that vision that she had, that dream that she has. And she makes a statement, even today, that at some point in time, when the doors were being slammed on their faces, they thought, you know what, I'm going to put my dream back on the shelf.
Yeah.
And if she did that, Life Force would not be here today.
And a lot of things would have been different.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's step back a bit. Let's go back to when you started with the company, because you mentioned earlier you've been with the company 21 years. So if I'm not mistaken, you've been there since 2000, since it started here in
2000,
Australia.
yeah.
How did you become involved with the company?
Well, that's a good question, Jojo. I've been in the industry for probably about 30, 35 years, and every company I've worked with has been involved with direct selling. So I was headhunted by an agency that was operating out of Japan, and I looked at the company, I did my due diligence in the company. I met with one of the key executives. They flew me over to San Diego. I was interviewed, I met the co-founders, Wayne and Jerry Hillman, and I had a feeling that this is my final pit stop. And I've been there ever since, and I've enjoyed the journey up until now.
Because that's good, that's great. It builds up to where you believe in the company, you have trust, and you build rapport, and that became part of your mission and vision to help the community as well.
Correct.
Now, what I wanted to find out is that with all your experience in sales and strategic marketing and all that, why did you pick this company among other companies?
Well, the main reason I picked this company was I wanted the company to go into Asia. With my background in direct selling on the global scale, the growth in direct selling has always come out of Asia, with all the big markets in Asia. And because Australia sits on the doorstep of 2/3 of the population of the planet, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because every other company I worked with was pretty much localized for Australia and New Zealand. So the opportunity I had to run with this company, to get the autonomy with this company, to actually take this company to Asia Pacific, really excited me.
So that accorded you and provided you that gateway,
It
which
did, yes.
You've started to take advantage of because you want to share it to the community and Asia Pacific
Exactly.
specifically. Now, let's go to the products. So what is your main product for Life Force?
Well, that's the flagship product, Body Balance, and Mary Rose commented on that. It's a product that 90%, maybe 85 to 90% of our sales come from that product. We have that in a liquid form and also in a powder form, but we have a whole range of products, but all our products meet the very, very highest efficacy that meet the FDA and FTC and TGA requirements, and the whole foods, which simply means anyone can really take them.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a medicine, it's a healthy product for healthy bodies, as Mary Rose
So that's
mentioned.
actually the good characteristic of this product. That's why it's different from the other products out in the market.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you consider, well, this is to be considered an important product in any time of someone because they just want to build up their immune system.
Yes, and as I say, it's got all the nutrients your body needs to feed on. It's got the trace minerals, it's got the sea vegetables, it's got the organic aloe vera, and if you do all the research on that, you know that what we're promoting, it's what's inside that product that makes that so special. And heck, it's 35 years, tried, tested.
Correct.
It's the same product, no change in the formula, and it's still flying out of the door. So that says something.
Of course, and just wanted to ask you now, since you've explained the company itself, what the company specializes in, and I'm pretty sure our audience would have either wanted to research it or wanted to find more information about it. Now, what are your immediate plans at the moment?
Well, our immediate plans are Philippines. Okay. Philippines is one of many markets we're looking at, but if it wasn't for COVID-19 last year, we would have had probably a soft launch of some form in the Philippines last year. We're building the Philippines market over here, as Mary Rose mentioned, but we are going to go to the Philippines. My advice to anyone that's watching this, if you're in the Philippines, get a ground floor opportunity. The product is coming to the Philippines, and we're hoping later this year, when the travel bans have been lifted, it's an exciting opportunity for people to get in on the ground floor.
So, David, would you like to inform our audience of where they can actually get information if they need some information regarding our product and your launch in the Philippines?
Well, you know, we can, we'll have a website. We currently have a website, and the contact can be made directly through the company, and we can provide information to people. But the idea is that we are doing pre-launch networking now, so people in the Philippines can now sign up, and they can bring people on, they can earn commissions in Filipino, in local currency through Western Union. So everything is set for a pre-launch.
Beautiful.
And that's what we're looking at right now.
All right, so we will flash the information right on the screen for you guys who are interested, so you can check it out. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, we have been privileged to be in with our entrepreneur, handsome gentleman, Sir David Raphael. Thank you so much for gracing our stage. And of course, our beautiful endorser, Miss Mary Rosa Lubre. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, Jojo, for putting this on. Yeah.
Thank you. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have here Sir David Raphael. Thank you for joining us. And of course, the beautiful Miss Mary Rosa Lubre. This is Jojo Sebastian, your host. I would like to thank you for watching MSTV. And again, we would like to thank our sponsors, PIA and Australia TV1. See you later.
Cheers, guys.